Buying a condo in Dallas in 2026 can be a very smart move, or it can quietly lock you into a decision that limits your flexibility for years. Most people focus on the listing price, the finishes, or how good the building looks on your tour. And what they miss are the rules, the real monthly costs, and the long-term restrictions that never show up in photos. Dallas is still growing, but the condo market in 2026 is very different from what we have seen a few years ago. And it's also very different from buying a single family home. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what actually matters before buying a condo in 2026 in Dallas, so you can decide if this is the path that really fits you, your lifestyle, your finances, and your long-term plan. My name is Dee, and I help sellers, buyers, and those of you relocating to the DFW area and really help you navigate this DFW real estate market. I work with people who are deciding between condos, townhomes, and single family homes. And one of the biggest mistakes I see is choosing a condo without fully understanding what they're buying into. So in this video, we're not talking about hype. We're talking about how condos really work in Dallas and who they actually make sense for. So let's talk about who condos are really for. Most condo buyers in Dallas fall into two main categories. Buyers that are driven by affordability. They want to enter the market but not ready or comfortable with buying a single family home yet. And then also buyers who are super driven by lifestyle. They prioritize location, they prioritize walkability, and they also prioritize convenience. Buyers that are looking for condos typically prefer low maintenance as well as lock and leave living. So where the problems start though is choosing a condo for the wrong reason, expecting it to solve planning or budget issues. And a condo really truly only works when it aligns with both your short and long-term goals. So let's talk about the Dallas market for condos. Dallas is not declining, but it's no longer a rush-in market. 2026 actually favors prepared buyers, so negotiation requires a little bit more time. Financing and monthly costs really matter, and the biggest shift is going to be psychological. So successful buyers think systems, not emotion. Buying a condo is no longer about speed. It is about clarity and flexibility. So many buyers assume a condo is always a temporary step in Dallas, and that's not necessarily guaranteed. Some condos resell or rent really easily, and others can actually become a little bit difficult to move out. The difference is rarely the unit itself. It is the plan behind the purchase. So buying without an extra strategy is really buying blind. So let's talk about the real cost of owning a condo in Dallas. The listing price often creates false affordability. You have HOA dues, property taxes, insurance, and maintenance change everything. And in many cases, the monthly cost difference between a condo and a house is smaller than people actually expect. The HOA itself is not the enemy. Not understanding what it covers is actually the real problem. So when it comes to buying a condo, you really want to make sure that you've really taken a look at the overall financials so that you can make sure you're protecting both your lifestyle and your financial planning. So when it comes to condos, the HOA and the building management is extremely important. Buying a condo means buying into the building management, and two similar units can deliver completely different experiences depending on the HOA. So a strong HOA equates to stability, productivity, and a weak HOA means surprise assessments, deferred maintenance, and ongoing stress. Ignoring the HOA is buying blind, so we definitely don't want to do that, and you want to be particular about what the HOA covers. So when buying a condo, reading the HOA documents are extremely important. The HOA documents are not bureaucracy, they are your protection. They reveal the financial health, ongoing issues, and future risks for that particular building. A building can look perfect and still be a bad decision. Buyers often miss clear red flags because they do not know what to actually look for when it comes to the HOA documents. So one of the things you want to make sure you're paying attention to when you're purchasing a condo is going to be the overall exit strategy and rentability. Many buyers assume that they will have rental flexibility later, but rental restrictions can eliminate that entirely. These rules can affect income potential, relocation options, and the overall resale demand. And in some cases, they force owners to sell. These rules are not details. They can be actual deal breakers if you're not paying attention to them. So when it comes to a house versus a condo, Dallas still offers strong single family home options. That is probably most of what I sell here in the area. But condos must justify their value through location or strategy. And buying a condo because it feels easier often leads to frustration frustration. When condos make sense, they work very well. And when they do not, buyers feel stuck. So here's a process that will actually work for you. Everything starts with the buyer's objective, not the listing price. The area becomes before the building. Rules and real monthly costs come before making an offer. And planning the extra strategy before entering really can change everything. This is how buyers protect flexibility and avoid regret. So buying a condo in Dallas in 2026 is not about choosing quickly. It is about understanding whether or not condo living actually fits your lifestyle, your financial reality, and your long-term plans. So if you're evaluating your options in Dallas and you want to clarify on whether a condo makes sense for you before you make a decision, you can reach out to me directly at the contact information that's on your screen. You can text, you can email, you can call, and I will be happy to talk the strategy with you on your next steps. And if you want to check out what living in a condo in Dallas really looks like, check out this next video.